Coach, I'm sure no matter what, you'll take those ties, but is it kind of frustrating knowing that, and you'd rather have those more points?
Definitely. I mean, both games were very difficult games against very, very difficult competition. I would expect both of those teams to be at the top of the conference at the end of the year, and to get points off of two top teams is definitely a plus for us. But there were opportunities in both games for us to get all 3 points. We had chances. Obviously they created chances as well, and there were opportunities, and I'm sure if you spoke to their coaches, they would say the same. But I think they were good results for us from the standpoint that we fought against very difficult teams for the entire game, and we had opportunities, especially late on in the game against San Francisco, where a late goal could have really changed things for us for the weekend. But hey, 2 positive efforts from us as a team, and some points as a result.
You gave up 1 goal each in both matches. I'm sure the rest of the season, if you know that your defense is going to allow 1 or less, that you guys should be pretty successful.
Yeah, it's something that we've talked about in the past, and in other seasons we've started well, and things have kind of trickled off in the second half of the season. And statistically speaking, in our sport, statistics don't always say everything about the game, but statistically speaking, from a defensive standpoint, if you're giving up less than a goal a game, you're going to have a pretty good season. Once you start giving up more than a goal and getting closer to 2 goals a game, then it gets really difficult. But historically speaking, the teams that finish in the top of our conference do a really good job defensively, limiting the opponents to a goal or less than a goal a game. And so far, our defense has done a great job with that. It's a credit to all of our defenders, as well as our goalkeeping. That's been very, very, very good for us to this point.
What have you seen so far from your opponent on Friday in Cal State Los Angeles?
Cal State LA are very good. I think they're undefeated still at this point. We had a chance to watch some video on them, and they're very big, strong, physical. I mean, I would expect them to be very similar athletically, soccer-wise, to what we saw from San Francisco this past weekend. Very mature, strong, aggressive attacking team, plus they're playing at home, which will certainly help them a little bit from that standpoint. But we've had some experience so far this year playing teams like San Francisco and Sonoma and a couple other teams that we've played against difficult opponents, and we've done very well. So I would expect us to give a very good showing down in Southern California this weekend against 2 very tough teams.
On defense, what are you guys doing to limit those opponents to 1 goal? Are you trying to slow opponents down? What have you guys been able to be successful in that department?
Honestly, it's just, I think, a little bit more organization and paying attention to the details a little bit more this year. We made mistakes too frequently last year, and unfortunately, what ended up happening more often than not, it wasn't just 1 mistake, it was 2, 3, 4 mistakes in a row before we would give up a goal. And I think we've gotten more mature, and we've gotten better at our organization and being disciplined and not making those mistakes. It's not that we don't make the first mistake, it's just that we don't make the second or the third or the fourth. And I think that's really helped us preventing goals and doing a good job defensively.
Sounds good.